The year was 1793, and France was engulfed in the flames of revolution. The monarchy had fallen, and the republic stood in its place, but internal strife and external threats loomed large. Toulon, a strategic port city in southern France, had declared itself in favor of the royalists, and invited British and Spanish forces to aid their cause. Amidst this tumult, a young Corsican artillery officer named Napoleon Bonaparte found himself in the midst of the chaos. Though only 24 years old, Napoleon's intellect, ambition, and strategic brilliance were already evident to those around him. As Napoleon arrived in Toulon, he was immediately struck by the formidable defenses that surrounded the city. The harbor bristled with cannons, and the city walls were manned by well-trained British and Spanish troops. Undeterred by the daunting challenge before him, Napoleon set about formulating a plan to capture the city and expel the enemy forces. Recognizing that a direct assault would be futile, Napoleon instead focused on a strategy of attrition and encirclement. He ordered his engineers to begin digging trenches and building fortifications, slowly tightening the noose around the city. Meanwhile, his artillery batteries unleashed a relentless bombardment, raining destruction down upon the defenders day and night. Napoleon knew that victory would not come easily. He understood the importance of morale and psychological warfare in breaking the enemy's resolve. To this end, he employed a variety of tactics designed to sow fear and confusion among the defenders. At night, he sent raiding parties to harass enemy outposts and disrupt their supply lines. During the day, he launched feint attacks to keep the enemy off balance and prevent them from reinforcing their defenses. And all the while, he circulated rumors of French victories on other fronts, further undermining the morale of the besieged garrison. As the siege dragged on, tensions within the city began to reach a breaking point. Food and supplies grew scarce, and disease ran rampant among the cramped and overcrowded streets. Morale among the defenders plummeted, while Napoleon's troops remained resolute and determined. Sensing weakness, Napoleon ordered a series of probing attacks against the city's outer defenses. The defenders fought bravely, but they were no match for the French artillery and overwhelming numbers. Slowly but surely, Napoleon's forces began to gain ground, pushing the enemy back inch by inch. Then, just when it seemed that victory was within his grasp, disaster struck. A British ammunition depot exploded in a massive fireball, sending shockwaves rippling through the besieged city. In the chaos that followed, the defenders rallied, launching a fierce counterattack that threatened to turn the tide of battle. But Napoleon was not to be deterred. With characteristic audacity, he seized the moment, rallying his troops for one final, decisive assault. With the roar of cannons and the clash of steel, his forces surged forward, driving the enemy back with relentless ferocity. At long last, the tricolor flag of the Republic flew proudly over Toulon, signaling the city's surrender and the end of the siege. Napoleon had emerged victorious, his name now etched in the annals of history alongside the great conquerors of old. But for him, this was not just a triumph of arms, but a validation of his own abilities and ambitions. As he surveyed the smoking ruins of Toulon, Napoleon knew that his journey was far from over. Greater challenges lay ahead, greater battles to be fought and won. But for now, he allowed himself a moment of satisfaction, knowing that he had proven himself worthy of the destiny that awaited him. As the smoke cleared and the dust settled, Napoleon stood amidst the ruins of Toulon, reflecting on the events that had transpired. He knew that this victory was just the beginning, the first step on the long and arduous road that lay ahead. But he also knew that he had proven himself capable of greatness, that he possessed the vision, the courage, and the determination to shape the course of history. And as he gazed out at the city he had conquered, for Napoleon Bonaparte, the siege of Toulon was not just a battle won, but a promise of things to come. And as he prepared to face the challenges that lay ahead, he did so with the unwavering confidence of a man who knew that his destiny was written in the stars.